I don't know what's up with McIntyre. I think it's probably ever since I said at the beginning of the season that he was going to be one of our best players this season.
You cursed him. You
Yeah.
cursed him. Here we go. Welcome to the Pompey Podcast with Mike and Dan. Good evening, Dan.
Hello.
Hi. It's going to be another somber one today, isn't it? Because it's been another late night away atrocity, is what I'm going to call it. Atrocious was the from minute one. Thoughts?
And that's when you know, isn't it? That's what I've come to realise with Pompey, especially this season, is you can pretty much tell after about 30 seconds to a minute what it's going to be like. And we started off shit about the first minute, and I just thought, oh, this is going to be crap, isn't it? And yeah, it's just crap, just nothing. Just back to that shame after the 4 good games we'd had before that.
Yeah.
Go in there on a high, thinking, yeah, Derby, good place to go and get some more points, get a good performance. Lang's back. Who else was back? Oh, well, Dazelle. Yeah. Lang was back, so that's good. Get some good chances, got there, play really well, and then it was just the concerning thing is just that we make teams like Derby, however well they played and however much better they were than us, we just make them look so good.
Yeah.
Make these teams look so good.
We made them like a team who were bang on form and a well-established championship side, didn't we? When actually they won in 6 games, they'd lost their last 2 at home, and were really struggling for any sort of form. And we just could quite easily have been 6 or 7, couldn't it? Do you know what I mean? I think 4-0 actually flattered us, if anything.
Yeah, I don't think we had a shot on target either.
It was just different levels. I'm lost for words at how bad it was. And you look at the goals as well. I know Murphy's come out and put his hands up and said, "Look, I should have done better on the first goal," which yes, you definitely should have done. Every goal you could say is avoidable, but at the same time, they also thoroughly deserved the level of the margin that they won by.
Yeah.
What I don't get is how we can go from being a team who are all on it, and we spoke last week about, is it sustainable? Can they do that style, for this amount of time? And I think the problem with the Derby game is that they didn't really play out from the back, did they? They kind of just bypassed the midfield, and that kind of we seemed to have no plan B. What do we do if people just go straight over the press? I don't know.
That's it. There hasn't been a plan B, has there, for the last 2 seasons? So yeah, and you had Harness dropping in. You had Harness dropping in the hole as well, and just looking like a top class footballer. So yeah, it was just.
He has played Premier League football this season. Don't forget.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike Harness, but it's just when players like that, you make players like that look brilliant rather than just okay.
What I don't get is the other thing I don't get is it's the whole team. The whole team. Look at Norwich. You look at, to a lesser degree, Norwich, but still Norwich. But you look at the Bristol City game and the 2 games before that, and everything's as a team. We're pressing as a team. We're fighting as a team. Devlin's looking like a potential kind of Premier League future star, and everyone's solid, and we're kind of even the players who are coming in like Moxon and things are looking decent. And then collectively as a team, it's difficult to pick a Pompey man of the match, isn't it? Because everyone was so bad. It was so bad across the board. I know a few people picked out like kind of Devlin, McIntyre, Ogilvie, and Murphy, but it just wasn't. It wasn't just them, was it? It was literally the whole side, just nothing.
Yeah, I think you're going to struggle when you've got Pack at centre back, and that's not just me doing a knee jerk. Oh, we've lost 4-0 to Derby. I'm going to start saying that Pack's rubbish. But we said this a few games ago. I don't know how long you can keep Pack at centre back. It's a temporary fix. He's done okay in the games that he's played, but he has been pulled out of position. I think against Derby, him and McIntyre just looked. I don't know what's up with McIntyre. I think it's probably ever since I said at the beginning of the season that he was going to be one of our best players this season.
You cursed him. You cursed him.
So yeah, I don't know, and he's just been getting so much abuse on social media as well, and people just saying we need to get rid of him. But he has been. It's just been so bad. I don't know why. He just looks so short of confidence. Just making so many mistakes. Just getting pulled out of position. Just awful. And I think with those two at centre backs, you're always going to struggle. But then who else do you put in there? Because Paul was on the bench, which I found surprising because I just thought if he's injured, then
well,
you're gone.
I've got what I believe to be some or what I've heard. Because I was discussing this with my son on Saturday morning. Apparently, what the issue with him is what they actually took a bit of graft from a part of his hamstring when he did his ACL. So they grafted a bit of his hamstring in to fix his ACL. And therefore that's why he needed to rest his hamstring, because he said he felt it, but it didn't go. So it was more precautionary than an actual injury. So it's more the fact they wanted to rest him. And I suppose the fact that where we're 3-0 down, questions, we'll take questions in a moment. But I suppose where we're 3-0 down, there's no point risking him, is there, once we're at that stage. But go on, what's the question?
Okay, so my question is, why is he on the bench then?
But
if they've got no intention of playing him, what's
no.
No.
What I mean is he came off at half time against Norwich because of that.
Right.
He could have played on Friday, but the thought was that he wasn't 100%, but if he needed to play, he would have played.
Okay, and it was 3 games in however many days, wasn't it? So
yeah.
But then I've seen a lot of people saying Towler should have been in, but then you had a lot of people at the beginning of the season saying, well, if we still got Towler needs to do one, etc., etc. So
I feel a bit for Towler. Towler he's just not a championship level player, is he? He didn't play much in League One. You can't suddenly stick him in. And I think people got confused by the results, or not confused by the results, but if you look at the early season, obviously we've got those 3 draws. Towler played in all 3 of those. But he didn't play particularly well in any of them, I don't think. If you look at the Luton game in particular, I thought he was pulled all over the place, and we were lucky to get away with it, just because he is just so naive in his defending. And I think against Middlesbrough a little bit as well, he's a little bit naive, kind of got away with it a little bit. So I just think, I've said this before, but I just think it's strange that we didn't look at that position, knowing full well that McIntyre and Paul were both going to miss the beginning of the season. Obviously, you don't know that Shockness he's going to get injured, but when you've only got 2 fit centre-backs, injured. When you've only got 2 fit centre-backs, I just think you go out and look at someone like that, Cooper from Leeds. I've said this before, but Cooper from Leeds is available on a free transfer. Yes, he's going to cost you wages. He's probably going to cost you maybe 20 grand plus in wages. But he's a leader. He's 32 years old. Put him on a 2-year contract, maybe. Get players in who are going to keep you in this division. He's a leader. He's captain of Leeds. Why not get someone? I'm not necessarily saying he was the answer, but I think when you've got someone like that available on a free transfer, why weren't we going after players like that? I know it's easy to say now, but I just think if you look now, generally there's not a lot of good quality players available in January, because why are they available? You've got to ask yourself, haven't you? Unless they're coming from the Premier League, maybe, but then they're going to be high wages. So I think we've kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, because we've got to change a lot. We're going to have people like Blair, Towler. We're going to have to go out on loan. We're going to have to get rid of Stevenson, Lowry. We need to bring in 4 or 5 good quality Championship players.
You're looking at least 2 centre backs. You're looking at 1 or 2 full backs, I think, because what have we got there at the minute? We've got Ogilvy, not good enough. Devlin, Swanson, Williams is out. Farrell is out for however long.
Apparently he's training again. Apparently.
Oh, is he? Okay, well we'll see, won't we? But so you're going to need that. It's 3 or 4 defenders at least.
Yeah. One or 2 centre midfielders, I think.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if either Kamara or possibly one of the other centre midfielders go out on loan. And
it has to be 2 strikers. It has to be 2 strikers, because we haven't got. All we've got is Bishop. We've got Bishop. We've got Yengi. Another one.
And we need a backup right. Well, a wide player who could play either side is the ideal, isn't it? But we definitely need. Matt Ritchie could play 60, 70 minutes at that tempo per game, and Murphy can't do it. He's done all right, but you need someone challenging him, don't you? And at the moment, Lane, whilst he does okay when he comes in, he's not. Again, he's limited, isn't he? Limited in his ability.
Silvera?
Yeah, he's going back.
He's going back, isn't he? Yeah.
He's going back. I think Silvera, and who's the other loan? Potts can stay. Potts is quality.
Yeah.
But who's the other loan that isn't playing? I forget who it is now.
It's
Omani. And he'll be going back. Yeah, he'll be going back. Yeah. We'll keep hold of him. So yeah, there's a lot of change. So based on that, that's 6 or 7 players that we need.
Yeah, and don't forget we'll have the money. We'll have the money from Shocknessy and Yengi's transfers in January, won't we?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
that's 500 grand between them.
When they go. Yeah. It's going to be such a surprise when they go, isn't
it? Yeah. Oh, suddenly Shocknessy's fit and he's playing regularly for Derby or whoever he joins.
Yeah.
Every week in, week out, looking fit as a fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
And it turns out he did punch Mousinho in the face or whatever.
Yeah. Or whatever it was,
Wherever it was. So Pompey commentary at Pompey this weekend. So we'll be back later this week with a review of. No, we won't. It'll be a preview of that game. We'll be reviewing it just in the Christmas week. So tune in if you still do that nowadays. Could you tune in to an electronic device?
Tune in. Yeah.
Tune in, and why not subscribe to our YouTube channel at Pompey Pod. Follow us on Facebook and X, and we're going to soon be on Blue Sky as well. We're going to lose X. I don't really like X. We're going to get on Blue Sky very soon. We are at Pompey Pod on all those things, and you can follow us on TikTok as well if you so wish. All the podcast places as well, with the exception of Apple Casts, whatever that's called, or iCasts. I don't know what's it called. Apple Play, Apple something. We're not on it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But here's a review on there as well. That was very smoothly done, as was Portsmouth's performance last Friday night. Hopefully better commentary. We'll see you for the preview of that. But for now, play up, Pompey. Goodbye.
Bye.